So every young American girl learns early on in life that you're supposed to dress as a slut for Halloween. Now, this is not said to you directly, but it is in every magazine and movie, and there is no alternative that is acceptable, no opposing point of view. I never needed Halloween to show some skin in public. I always thought it was weird that I could wear my bathing suit to the beach, but nobody should see me in my underwear that covered exactly as much. To me, I didn't care who saw my skin, I cared who touched it. And I didn't think proximity was the same as intimacy. And I liked that it made other people uncomfortable, that I behaved accordingly. But then I had this problem with Halloween, because for one night a year, it was okay to be a slutty pirate or a slutty nurse. And it was just the flip side of fetishizing women's skin. So if I wanted to make a statement, I had to think of something that was going to feel too naked, even on Halloween. I went with Princess Leia's gold bikini from Return of the Jedi. It took me months to make this costume, but it was worth it, because it's one thing to see Carrie Fisher be mostly naked in a movie, and it's another when it's that girl from your English class and you don't know if she's wearing any underwear. So I came up with a set of rules for my Halloween costumes. Rule number one, it had to be inherently skimpy, not a sexy version of something. I wasn't making it scantily clad, I was just being accurate to what was already out there in pop culture. Which leads me to number two, it should be pretty well known. Something that people were used to seeing so they couldn't discount it. Something they were familiar with but had never questioned. And number three, since no one likes to run themselves at a party, it should be relatively difficult to replicate. Something you can't just buy off the rack. So Princess Leia was an easy choice for all three rules, as was my next costume, Leeloo from The Fifth Element, when she is wearing her thermal bandages at the beginning of the movie. Over the years, sometimes it was hard to stick to all three rules. I was Lara Croft, she wasn't as skimpy. I was Maid Marian, which not as many people recognized. But the point and the reactions were the same. Because let's face it, I was dressing up as the symbols of my own oppression. Han Solo is imprisoned in carbonite when Princess Leia is imprisoned in a bikini. Batman gets to wear body armor while Wonder Woman wears a bustier. One of my costumes, in fact, Molotov cocktease from the Venture Brothers, is herself a commentary on the ridiculous outfits we put our female characters in while still expecting them to backflip their way through lasers. When it comes to female appearance, we've trained ourselves to ignore the ridiculous. So a video game character that wears a bikini while shooting a semi-automatic, it's nothing new, it's nothing to question. But when you have to be physically next to someone who is that publicly naked, it stops being a character. And you lose the luxury of voyeurism that made you think it was okay. I've had costumes that made it difficult to see or impossible to sit, where I had to tape the fabric directly to my body and I couldn't go to the bathroom for hours. But I am always the most comfortable person in the room. You know, people have a tough time with what I'm wearing, but they really can't stand how casually I'm wearing it, because even on Halloween, there's a limit to how comfortable you're supposed to be with your own body. Now, I love making costumes, but if that were all it were about, I wouldn't have to go out of my way to find the most absurd outfits on earth. I do it because it is still the majority opinion that I should spend my life ashamed yet beautiful, except for the sanctioned times when I'm required to be on display and ridiculous. The famous burlesque dancer Gypsy Rose Lee once said, "I wasn't naked, I was completely covered by a blue spotlight." I'm not naked when I'm in costume. I am covered head to toe in everyone else's insecurities. I've worn a dozen costumes, and I'm only ever wearing one thing, a mirror. Now, I know there are people who think my Halloween costumes are vulgar and vain, that think I'm doing it all for male attention. I imagine some of them may even be in the audience tonight. If that's you, I imagine that every photo in this presentation made you squirm in your chair. That's a good thing. That discomfort is what teaches you that women don't belong to anyone but themselves, that I get to decide the admission fee I place on my own skin. So if you are uncomfortable, don't worry, I'm here to help. And I will be here. I will be here half naked and making you feel uncomfortable until you change your mind.